I refuse to believe that it ends like this, man. Curacao won, Trinidad and Tobago won. We get a draw when it is we needed 3 points. And in my opinion, 3 points were up for grabs. I think that Trinidad and Tobago were the better team on the night. We dominated them in almost every aspect. Like, if I go through the stats right now, I could tell you we dominate them in every aspect. 52 possession. The XG, the expected goals was 1.99, and they had 0.85. Total shots, they had 9, we had 17. Shots on target, they had 1, we had 7. Big chances, they had 1, we had 5. And big chances missed, they had 1, we had 4. So it just sums up our whole campaign. Our whole campaign, we have been having opportunities and we have had gifts. But the unfortunate things about the gifts that we receive, we just tend to not receive them with the love and care that we supposed to take it with. Whilst when we give gifts, they take it. And unfortunately, getting into the game, Curacao's goal came from a gift, and it came from my boy. This is one of my favorite players on the Trinidad and Tobago national team. This is Rio Cardin's young player, and I really hope that this doesn't affect him as a young player rising through the ranks. You know, I know this could bother him because Rio Cardis is somebody who loves playing for Trinidad and Tobago. You can see that he appreciates this cap. He appreciates playing for this country, but unfortunately, yeah, man, his mistake led to a goal, and I hate it had to be him, boy, because he deserves way much better. Because apart from that, amazing game. Apart from that mistake, he was all over. Even in the wing positions, he was doing his thing. He was our set piece taker. If the set piece was on this side here, he go in. If it's on that side, he go in and take it. He take almost everything, but unfortunately, when it is a land on one of the players' head, we still ain't capitalize on it, and that's a sad reality. Yeah, goals win matches. Despite how much we outplay Curacao, even in the 2 legs them, because in my opinion, against Curacao is 4 points dropped. That 4 points were coming in nice, because let me go through the table. Of course, the table reads Jamaica on top with 9 points, goal difference at 8. Curacao 8 points in second with 3 plus goal difference. Trinidad and Tobago now on 5 points with a 1 plus goal difference, and Bermuda in fourth with 0 and a -12. So just going through the possibilities now. Our best shot is if Bermuda draw with Curacao. Big ask, because again, Bermuda hasn't been firing on all cylinders. However, their best game came against Curacao. So for that automatic spot, we had to cross the fingers and hope that Bermuda at least get a draw. But if we get a draw, then we have a chance. If these two teams could get, well, at least Curacao, if Curacao could get 2 draws and we defeat Jamaica, then we still can make the automatic spot. But unfortunately, you know, the game now in our hands. All Curacao need to do is just win their 2 games. All Jamaica need to do is win their 2 games and World Cup bound. If we do come back with this, it got hard to come from America, but it got hard to come from the gods themselves that just say, yeah, but Trinidad and Tobago, they really deserve it. And in my opinion, by looking through the campaign, we haven't been playing bad, boy. We haven't been playing bad. I could go through tonight and I genuinely can't think of only one person, but I can't think of anybody who was subpar. I can't. I think Trinidad and Tobago really did their thing. They played well, going through the team, of course. Rio Cardin's very good game. I mentioned him before, so I ain't gonna go too deep, but Rio Cardin's amazing game. The centre-back pairing of Trinidad and Kobe Henry, very solid. Like in the back, we barely had, those tough situations there. I think that the guys them had a damn near a 9 out of 10 performance. Trinidad was colossus in the back there. Kobe Henry as composed as you like. Raymond, boy. Raymond deserves his flowers, boy. I genuinely can't think of a game where Andre Raymond did not give 100%, boy. And he deserves so much. He's the people's champ, in my opinion. Yeah. He understands what it means to play for Trinidad and Tobago. Because despite whatever happens, how much he might be on the bench and whenever he comes on, but I'm telling you, this guy always gives 100%. I have yet to see a subpar performance from Andre Raymond. Shout out to Andre Raymond, man. The midfield, no, that was the big talking point during the starting lineup. We saw that Durin Jackie was introduced as opposed to Daniel Phillips. And boy, we have a little group chat and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I like Jackie. Because I needed somebody who was going to get into the face of the Curacao players, because I understand that Durin Jackie is a raw player. He reminds me of like a African midfielder, somebody who likes to just be raw and fire in his belly. He always want to get stuck in, and energy. The guy was all over the place. He was there, and not all over the place in like a bad way. He was every play. He was there, and yeah, man, it's nice to have them guys there, and he's someone to look for the future of Trinidad and Tobago football, man. These guys can only get better. Andrew and Passard again, who have been heavily criticized. I hope you guys understand what's taking place with Andrew and Passard now, right? I'm telling you, this team needs an Andrew and Passard, boy. Somebody who is composed in the midfield, who doesn't lose the ball. And Andrew and Passard ran his socks off, but Andrew and Passard was toast. He was tired because the amount of runs he just chasing back somebody. I saw, I think, the last run he made, the track back, when it is he was chasing back somebody by in the midfield. Andrew and Passard, when it is he take the last blow, he say, yeah, boy, let me sit down. Because I know, yeah, the guy ran his socks off, boy. So shout out to Andrew and Passard, man. I like Andrew and Passard a lot. He gets really, really heavily criticized for no reason, in my opinion. I've yet to see him play a bad game, because people say that, oh, he's boring, he like to play backwards, sideways, but I don't think so, man. And of course, the new addition, who was the big surprise, because everybody thought that Kevin Molino was going to start, but he opted for Molly Khan, and Molly Khan looked amazing, boy. This was missing. Welcome back to the Soca Warriors senior team, Mr. Molly Khan, boy. Yeah, what a player, boy. What a player. Showed levels, man. The little dinks and flicks, and he was the only one that was getting the guy who I'm going to talk about soon in the game. Like, yeah, he was doing very well. The only thing is that the midfield still not getting enough, connection with at least Levi. And I would just talk about Levi one time, and it's sad that Levi going through this. Yeah, I feel as though like the pressure getting to him, man. Sad to see, because everybody know I'm a Levi Garcia AC unit. I graduated from just being a fan. I'm an AC unit on 16. I'm one of his biggest fan, boy. And I feel as though with him being the talisman, there's a lot of pressure, man. A lot of pressure. He seems as though like he's doing way more than he should be doing. He's doing too much. Yeah, like he dipping way into midfield, and there are plenty times when it is we need him for a striker's run, and he's not there because he no run from in the midfield. So as Levi Garcia being our talisman, I know that he's gonna have a lot of pressure. And in reality, when it is we in these situations here, we need to call on our big players. Levi Garcia is a big player. If you ask around Europe, them brothers know Levi Garcia, man. And unfortunately, despite having a good game, Levi was good technically. He held up the ball nice, spread the ball, did his thing. Even coming down to the dying stage of the game, he was willing to run at the guys them, split two defenders. He should have had, I'll get to that, but yeah, he probably should have had some fouls that would result in cards, but I digress. But again, yeah, we need Levi to step up, man. We need him, and I believe in him, man. I know he have it in him, but I think mentally this affecting him. Man. But again, I talk about Spicer. Spicer, he gets his goal 2-2. Before we was crying out, so what going with Spicer? Why it is we not getting that goal and assist from him? And now he has 2 goals in 2, and a trademark goal that he accustomed scoring, because if he scored a goal similar to that for Orlando City when it is, he had a rebound and he just smashed it one time with the left foot. Yeah, that is a space. He liked that corner there, the corner of the box, I should say. So yeah, shout out to Spicer. He was trying his best to be as direct as possible. Running at defenders right through. But I still think that his crosses weren't as accurate as it needs to be. Sometimes he was getting past players, and the connection with the striker again, which is Levi Garcia, it wasn't adding up. But this leads me to talk about the other winger now, and that is Mr. Dante Sealy, man. And quite frankly, this is one of my favorite players. I'm on the team as well too. I like Dante Sealy. I think he's very technically sound. And he's just a sleek player. He's a player that have what the young kids call now aura. When it is he moves on the field and actually seeing that he about the game. But I'm disappointed in the fact that in a game that Trinidad and Tobago has regarded as the most important game that we had in 20 whole years. When the 20 whole years since when the coach was playing. This was one of the most important games that Trinidad and Tobago have had in 20 whole years. And you out here getting beaten by mind games, boy. Yeah, Dante Sealy, and he seems to be a hot head on the pitch. He have a very cool demeanor off the pitch, but yeah, man. On the game, I saw that during Jackie, he had one where he was trying to, he was trying to create more space by running through the middle, and Dante Sealy was open, and Dante Sealy, throwing tantrums and them kind of thing there, and the game didn't need that, boy. And he had a little argy-bargy, a little squabble with the Curacao player, and we didn't have time for that, boy. You needed to be focused. You needed to be on the ball, man. And you actually could see that his game was over mentally. Just off mental. When it is, you had the physical ability to beat these guys, but you let the mental beat you. And this is what a lot of people have been talking about, especially during, listening to the Jamaican content creators. They always say that some of the foreign-based players that really don't understand how much some games mean to the fans them. And I tell you, if Dante Sealy knew how much this game meant for Trinidad and Tobago fans, he would not be caught up in them kind of situations there. That was poor, in my opinion, but let them be better than you physically. Don't be better than them and allow them to beat you on mind games, boy. Yeah, that is crazy in my opinion, Mr. Dante Sealy. Again, one of my favorite players, them, but yeah, he disappointed me there, boy. He disappointed me there. Notice that with Rio Cardines, he didn't disappoint me, because I understand that mistakes happen in football, but I know that Rio Cardines just got hurt Rio Cardines because he understands what he means to play for Trinidad and Tobago. But Dante Sealy, I feel as though he gives off this kind of arrogance, he doing us a favor. At least with this game here. With this game here, he looked like he just, fatten up his resume, saying that, let's play international football, but yeah, you carried the nation that way, having been beaten with mind games. Yeah, carried the nation that way. So I do hope that he improves for the Jamaica game, because I still believe that he should start. I know a lot of conversations going to be happening with whether or not he starts for the next rounds of games, but yeah, he needs to step up, boy. He needs to step up, boy. Spicer done the stepping up. Levi still needs to step a little higher because again he's our talisman, so he needs to step higher. But yeah, the substitutions, of course, Kevin Molino, he coming on with the experience. We saw the shift in the game even more because when Kevin Molino came on, I always have think Curacao even had another sniff. Yeah, I always have think they had another sniff, man. And Darren Payne, who even people thought should have started because he knows about the Dutch players. This is a quote-unquote Dutch 11 that we played against, and he looked very solid in the right back position as he Dwight Yorke pushed up Rio Cardines. And again, I think that Dwight Yorke had it right, man. Denzel Smith was solid. Again, none much he had to do, if I be honest. The one that hit the post and the couple saves that he made, he didn't really have much to do. Because I read out the stats, they had like about one big chance. So yeah, like I think Dwight Yorke had it right. It was a shocker because people thought that he going with the back four, but he went with the back five, quote unquote, and it worked. It worked. So because it was alternating from being a back five to a back four. Sometimes Jackie would get up inside and Ramprasad might tuck in, and it was a nice thing to see. It was proper football from Trinidad and Tobago. It's a shame that we leave here with 1 point. And that has been the whole theme of this World Cup campaign. Just giving gifts and not taking our gifts. If I look back, for the Curacao game in Trinidad and Tobago, we had the opportunity to beat them, didn't score our chances. The game against Jamaica is 2 mistakes that led to them winning. The one when Trinidad and Kobe Henry had the miscommunication and Kalamari took the ball and scored, and then Kobe Henry with a kind of back header straight into John Russell and goal. The Bermuda game, thank God we win that one day, and now tonight, unfortunately, my guy Rio Cardines makes a mistake, and yeah, that will lead to it. So, what does this mean for Trinidad and Tobago football, boy? Does it mean that it's over for the World Cup qualifying? Do we still have it for second place? And also, can we still have that automatic spot? All is still possible if we're being honest, but we're going to need a lot of favors from a lot of teams that, that Bermuda game, that's going to be the most important game. I think the Bermuda game is what's going to signify whether or not we have a chance. As well, of course, having beaten Jamaica in Trinidad. And it kind of sad too, boy, because I'm trying to think about way, because I like Jamaica, boy. I like Jamaica. But it leading me to a part where I kind of back them now. Me personally, in a perfect world for me, I would have Trinidad first and Jamaica second. But yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. And also, you see the refereeing, I genuinely wasn't a fan of the officiating last night. We had the situation with the penalty shout with Darren Payne. Guy was holding him, and they didn't do a VAR check. What was the purpose of having VAR if it wasn't going to check it, boy? I feel as though like the VAR checking was a bit premature in my opinion. And also, the last chance what Trinidad and Tobago had when the ball flicked on, they see foul. Like, I am yet to see anybody on the ground. So if it is like a call that, how come you ain't call when Darren Payne literally get pulled onto the ground? So I really wasn't a fan of the refereeing last night, but it's a bit suspect in my opinion. But it is what it is, man. We just had to move on from that, I guess. Yeah, we just had to move on. But again, you guys can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Yeah, this hurt me, man. This hurt me. If you notice, I didn't respond to much messages. I normally do respond to the messages, but yeah, man, I didn't have anything in me to have a conversation, man, because it really hurt. I was truly sad last night, but I'm somebody who believes in fairy tales, and I felt as though the fairy tale, the script writing was leading towards Trinidad and Tobago going to their second World Cup. But it's slowly fading, man. But you guys are going to know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. Again, we have 2 more games in November, and that will determine if we have to watch home. If it is, we have to go through another set of rungs with the playoffs, the intercontinental playoffs, by coming second, or if a miracle could happen from the gods for us to be automatic winners of this group. So again, like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.